Hello, good afternoon. My name is Naslay of Global Ace Agency here in Malaysia, and I am the Philippine recruiter. I received your buy data from Jazz. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you speak English or can you understand English?
I can speak and understand English, ma'am.
Are you a 100% willing to come here in Malaysia without any hesitation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any friends or relatives here in Malaysia?
No, ma'am.
No.
No.
Okay, our interview it will be recorded and it will be uploaded in our YouTube channel, and at the same time your profile will be uploaded in our website. Do you agree?
I agree, ma'am.
Why do you want to come here in Malaysia?
I want to go there, ma'am, because I want to work. I want to save money for my future. I want to support my parents, firstly, and ministry.
Okay, please help me introduce yourself, please.
Hi, my name is Menchie Condino. I am 34 years old. And I am single, no kids, and never been married. And I have a work experience as a housemaid. So I clean the house, ironing clothes, cooking, gardening, and sometimes car washing.
Okay, so I need some few more details from you. When is your birthday?
My birthday is in March 16, 1989.
What is your height and your weight?
My height is 5'3" and my weight is 54.
What is your religion?
I'm a Pentecost mom.
What about your educational background?
I'm a college graduate mom.
Of what course?
Um, BS entrepreneurship mom.
Okay, so you graduated for 4 years. So why do you want to work as a domestic helper?
Because ma'am, it doesn't matter if I am a graduate in college. It doesn't help me, ma'am, because the qualification when I applied in an office or somewhere else, ma'am, the qualifications or the standards are very high when applying as a domestic helper, ma'am.
Okay, so you know what decision that you were making, right? I would like
Yes,
to let you
ma'am.
know that being a domestic helper is you need to endure all the pain. You need also to be a hardworking, you need to be a multitasking because there is no such a thing here that you will going to focus on like taking care of elderly la, children la, and there is no such a thing here that you will going to do a general house chores only. You need to be transparent and you need to be multitasking, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So, is your family allow you to come here and work in Malaysia?
Yes, ma'am. They
How many?
are,
Okay, how many siblings do you have?
we are five, ma'am.
How many brother and sister?
I have three brothers and one sister. I am the fourth in of five.
Okay, what about your parents' occupation?
My father is fisherman and my mother is just a housewife, mom.
Okay, so this is your first time working abroad, right?
Yes, ma'am, exactly.
So, do you have any working experience as a housemaid?
Yes, ma'am. I've been working for a couple of years.
Okay, can you indicate how many years you work in the Philippines? What year you started and what year did you finish?
Pardon.
Can you indicate how many years you work in the Philippines as a housemaid? What year did you started and what year did you finished?
If I'm not mistaken, ma'am, it started at 2008 and lasted 2010.
Okay. 2010 or 2010 to 2012 or 2008 to 2010?
2008 to 2010.
Okay, so you
I
work
for
for 2 years, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you describe what are your duties there to your previous employment?
Being a housemaid, ma'am, my daily errands are I take care of the children. I cook their daily meals. I do the laundry. I iron their clothes and gardening. And sometimes I do car washing.
Gardening and car washing. And also at the same time, house chores.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how old are those children that you take care?
The eldest was 8 years old and 6 years old, and then the youngest is 3 years old.
8, 4, and 3.
8, 6, and 3.
And 3 years old. Okay, so can you take care elderly people while doing a general house chores at the same time?
Yes, ma'am.
What about caregiving for bedridden patient and disabled person?
Yes, ma'am. I'm willing to work. I'm willing to learn.
Okay, can you take care children or infant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can you cook?
Yes, ma'am.
What variety of cuisine you can prepare?
Pertaining to Philippine food, I can cook chicken adobo, something like that,
Okay.
and sauteed pork sinigang.
Okay, but are you willing to cook some Malaysian foods, Chinese foods, Indian foods?
Yes, yes, ma'am. I am very much willing to learn.
Okay, that's great. So are you comfortable taking care of pets?
Except of snakes, ma'am.
Okay, so can you take care pets?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I give you a situation. What will happen if your employer is unhappy with your job? What will you do?
Maybe I will approach them and I will ask, what should I do to make you happy? Maybe
Okay. What about if employer get angry or scold you but you didn't do anything wrong? What will you do?
I will explain to them that I have no fault about that, and I will say sorry.
Okay. So are you aware that you have a 2 years contract and you must finish that?
Yes, ma'am. I'm aware.
Okay. Do you know what will be the consequences once you will break your contract?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
Maybe I will compensate the
Yes, you will compensate your employer and at the same time the agency. So better finish your 2 years contract because nobody forced you to come here in Malaysia to work. You were the one who decided so that you can earn money and to sustain your family's needs, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Exactly.
so are you aware that you have a once a week rest day?
Yes, ma'am. But staying at home. Maybe.
Yes. But you will going to stay inside the house only. You cannot go out because you know that COVID-19 is still contagious, right? Some employer is very much scared and very particular when it comes to virus because they got elderly inside the house and at the same time they got kids inside the house. So once you go out and once you go back home, you know that the virus is transmitted, right? They might scare that when you go back home, you might bring the virus inside the house.
Yes, ma'am.
So you agree that you were going to have your rest day inside the employer's house?
Yes, ma'am. I agree.
Okay, but if you will not going to take an off day, of course employer will compensate your salary, which means in our contract, you have a 1,800 ringgit for every month. But once you will not take an off day, employer will compensate it. It means every month you will have a 2,080 ringgit per month.
Okay.
Okay, so in using of mobile handphone, you cannot hold your phone for the whole day, of course, because you are working, right? So,
Yes, ma'am.
like for example, okay, you cannot hold your phone for the whole day. You can use it only during nighttime, like 3 to 4 hours to call your family back in the Philippines. After that, you will render your phone to your employer. Do you agree?
I agree, ma'am.
Okay, I would like to explain you why. Because if you cannot control using of mobile handphone for the whole night, it might ended up that you will feel groggy the next day, and you don't have the energy to work. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is your first time working abroad and you don't have any experience working abroad. How will you gonna handle your stress and homesick problem? Because Homesick will strike us anytime, anywhere. What will you do? How will you gonna
Um,
handle it?
first, firstly, I'm gonna pray to God to help me, yes, to strengthen me, and I will look for taking what do you call this, motivational materials.
Okay. Okay. So lastly, my question is, why did you prefer to come here in Malaysia? Because Malaysia got lower salary than any other countries, Singapore, Hong Kong, or like in Middle East.
Because I've heard as far as my sister, Malaysia is very safe place and there's no abuse cases.
Okay. So I think that's all for now. Thank you for your time. It was my pleasure meeting you, Menchie, right? But please stay
Yes,
connected
ma'am.
through WhatsApp because agents here in Malaysia will going to contact you to conduct an interview together with the employer. Yeah?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so much
much,
and have
ma'am.
a good day. Bye-bye.